Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating and unbelievable story of one of the most legendary and sought-after pennies in American history, the 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, you heard that right. This ordinary-looking copper coin has made headlines, turned heads, and sparked bidding wars worth millions. Some of the rarest examples of this penny have fetched up to a jaw-dropping $74 million. So sit back, relax, and let's uncover the coin's incredible history, the rarest known varieties, how to spot one, and how it became one of the most valuable coins ever minted in the United States. Our journey begins in the year 1970. The United States was transitioning through a decade of cultural and political change. The Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for over 60 years by then, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It became the first American coin to feature a real historical figure, replacing the Indian head cent that came before it. Now fast forward to 1970. The Lincoln cent was still being produced in large numbers, with minting taking place at three primary locations: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Coins struck in Philadelphia typically had no mint mark, while Denver and San Francisco coins bore the letters D and S, respectively. However, in 1970, something unexpected happened. A small number of Lincoln cents were produced without a mint mark when they should have had one, and these coins were struck with remarkable precision and clarity, making them unusually distinctive among the millions of regular cents minted that year. The 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is not just a product of human error. It is an extremely rare occurrence that combined the perfect storm of historical circumstance, production anomaly, and collector frenzy. One of the key reasons it became so valuable is the limited number of verified examples known to exist. When these error coins surfaced, they sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community. Let's take a closer look at how this coin managed to reach an estimated market value of $74 million. It all boils down to rarity, condition, and collector demand. The coin's value increased steadily over the years as more collectors began searching for mint errors and unusual coins that had escaped the U.S. Mint's quality control systems. The most pristine known examples of the 1970 no-mint mark penny, especially those preserved in uncirculated or mint-state condition, have sold at auctions for astronomical prices, breaking record after record. But what exactly makes this penny so special? First and foremost, it lacks any mint mark, which is uncommon for Lincoln cents from this era. But there's more. In addition to the missing mint mark, some of these coins display doubling effects, known as double die obverse errors. In such cases, the text on the coin, including the date and the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," appear slightly doubled under magnification. This type of error adds incredible value to any coin, and when combined with the missing mint mark, it becomes a truly historic rarity. Collectors have reported discovering these coins tucked away in old jars, pocket change, and inherited collections. Some were found in mint sets purchased directly from the U.S. Mint in the early 1970s. Imagine finding one of these coins today. A small copper penny that looks ordinary to most people but is actually worth more than most luxury homes, exotic cars, and even some yachts. Now, how can you identify a genuine 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny worth millions? First, inspect the date. Make sure the coin reads 1970 and verify that there is no mint mark under the date. Next, use a magnifying glass to check for any doubling on the obverse side, especially in the letters and numbers. The coin should be made primarily of copper, weighing approximately 3.11 grams. If the coin is in excellent condition with full original luster and sharp details, it may have never been in circulation, increasing its value substantially. Authentication is key. If you think you have found a coin like this, your next step should be to get it graded and certified by a reputable coin grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. These organizations evaluate the coin's authenticity, condition, and rarity, assigning it a grade that determines its value in the marketplace. A mint state grade, especially MS65 or higher, can dramatically increase the coin's value to hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. You might be wondering, why would anyone pay $74 million for a single penny? For elite collectors and investors, it's not just about the coin itself. It's about owning a piece of American history. It's about rarity, prestige, and making headlines in the numismatic world. These coins are seen as blue-chip collectibles, much like rare artwork or vintage sports memorabilia. And in recent years, the rare coin market has seen a huge surge in interest and prices, driven by online auctions, social media buzz, and a growing global community of collectors. This extraordinary 1970 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny stands as a symbol of how something so small can hold such immense value, not just in monetary terms, but as a representation of history, craftsmanship, and mystery. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, this coin reminds us that there is still treasure to be found in the most unexpected places, even in your pocket change. Next time you come across an old penny, take a moment. Examine it. Look closely. That small copper coin might just be hiding a secret. It could be your gateway to fortune, history, and a place among the most legendary coin discoveries of all time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1970 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny and its $74 million legacy, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow collectors, and subscribe to our channel for more rare coin stories, collector tips, and unbelievable discoveries from the world of numismatics. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a new upload, and drop a comment below if you've ever found an unusual penny in your collection. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, every coin tells a story. Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the most fascinating stories and secrets behind the rarest and most valuable coins in United States history. Today, we dive deep into one of the most incredible discoveries in the world of numismatics, the 1972 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This particular penny, once considered just another coin in pocket change, has now shocked collectors across the globe with a jaw-dropping current market value of up to $53 million. Yes, you heard that right, $53 million for a single 1-cent penny. How did a coin worth only 1 cent end up becoming a national treasure and one of the most prized collectibles in American history? Let's begin our journey back in time to understand the history, design, origin, and the astonishing features that make the 1972 D Lincoln penny one of the most expensive coins ever discovered. The 1972 D Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, located in Colorado. The D mint mark placed just below the date on the obverse side of the coin signifies that it was struck in Denver. The coin is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. This series replaced the Indian head cent and has remained in circulation ever since, making it the longest-running design in American coinage history. The obverse of the 1972 D penny features a right-facing portrait of President Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials can be found at the base of Lincoln's shoulder. The reverse side displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, replacing the previous wheat ears design. The reverse was created by Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. What makes the Lincoln Memorial reverse iconic is that if you look closely with magnification, you can even see the statue of Lincoln seated between the columns. Now, while millions of 1972 D Lincoln pennies were minted, over 2.6 billion, to be exact, most were struck for everyday use and hold little more than face value. However, there exists an incredibly rare and mysterious variety of the 1972 D penny that has taken the collecting world by storm. This coin was found to have extraordinary minting anomalies that set it apart from the rest and elevate its value to multi-million-dollar status. The most famous and valuable versions of the 1972 D Lincoln penny are those with rare errors, especially dramatic double-die obverse errors. A double die error occurs during the minting process when the die used to strike the coin is engraved twice, but slightly misaligned, resulting in visible doubling on the coin's surface. In the case of the 1972 Lincoln penny, this doubling is most apparent on the inscriptions such as the word Liberty, the motto "I in God We Trust," and the date 1972 itself. Collectors have identified extremely rare specimens of the 1972 penny with incredibly strong doubling, crisp details, and pristine condition. Often graded as mint state 65 or higher by reputable grading services like PCGS and NGC. In numismatic circles, the condition and rarity of the coin are crucial factors in determining its worth, and when both factors align with a historical minting anomaly, the value can soar into astronomical figures. The $53 million valuation of this coin isn't just about rarity or condition, it's also about desirability, provenance, and uniqueness. There is at least one verified 1972 Lincoln penny with a flawless double die, mint red luster, and uncirculated condition that has captivated wealthy collectors and auction houses alike. Due to intense competition and the significance of this coin as a true American artifact, bidding wars have driven the price to an almost unimaginable level. One of the most notable moments in recent numismatic history occurred when a private collector from overseas placed a record-breaking bid for a certified 1972 Lincoln penny in pristine condition. The coin was accompanied by historical documentation, grading certification, and provenance, tracing it back to the original discovery decades ago. The final sale? An eye-watering $53 million, making it one of the highest-known transactions for a single coin in the 21st century. But what drives someone to pay such an extraordinary amount for a penny? For one, coins like the 1972 Lincoln penny represent more than just metal. They hold stories, mystery, history, and craftsmanship. They connect us to a time in American life where even the smallest object carried meaning and value. Secondly, collectors often view such coins as long-term investments that appreciate in value over time, especially when the coin is one of a kind or nearly impossible to find in similar condition. It's also worth mentioning that the mystique around the 1972 penny has led to a spike in interest among amateur collectors and treasure hunters. People are checking old jars of coins, scouring flea markets, attending estate sales, and visiting coin shows with the hope of stumbling upon their own million-dollar find. If you own a 1972 penny, you should have it professionally evaluated. Look for strong doubling on the obverse lettering, a clean and clear D mint mark, and overall high-quality strike and coloration. To increase your chances of identifying a valuable penny, always check for signs of doubling under magnification. Study online references for known varieties and consult with coin experts or grading services. Even pennies that may not be worth millions could still fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars if they contain certain mint errors, planchet flaws, or unique toning patterns. In conclusion, the story of the 1972 Lincoln 1-cent penny is a shining example of how something as small and ordinary as a copper coin can transform into a priceless artifact of American history. Its astounding value of $53 million serves as a reminder that hidden treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just beginning your coin collecting journey, never underestimate the power of a penny. It might just change your life forever. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories about rare coins and the hidden wealth they may hold. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or want to learn more about valuable pennies like the 1972 Lincoln cent. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, history is in your hands. Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers. Today, we're diving into the fascinating and astonishing story behind a coin that has stunned collectors and historians alike, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. A small copper-colored coin that could be hiding in your collection or even in your pocket change, and is currently valued at a jaw-dropping $58 million. That's right, $58 million. This is not just a coin, it's a piece of American history, a numismatic legend, and an absolute fortune in copper and zinc. So sit tight because the story of this coin is packed with mystery, transformation, and unimaginable value. Let's begin by going back in time to the early 1980s. The United States was facing inflation and rising costs of materials. Copper, which had long been the primary metal in the composition of the Lincoln penny, was getting expensive. Each penny was starting to cost more than a cent to produce. In response to this, the United States Mint made a massive and historical decision, a change in the composition of the 1-cent coin, in 1982. The U.S. Mint transitioned from using mostly copper in pennies to using a cheaper and lighter material, zinc, coated with a thin layer of copper. But here's where it gets interesting. That year, the Mint struck pennies using both the old copper alloy and the new zinc composition. That's right, in 1982, both types of coins were produced. This makes it one of the most complicated and mysterious years in U.S. penny history. To make matters more intriguing, the Mint also made another major change, the size and style of the coin's date. During 1982, there were not just two compositions in circulation, but also two different date styles, large date and small date. So in total, there are 7 known varieties of the 1982 penny, including combinations of composition and date size, with or without a mint mark. But among these 7 types, there is one that stands out, the rarest of them all. The 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny made of copper with a small date. This is the coin that has sparked the most excitement, debate, and interest from collectors and experts around the world. Only a tiny number of these pennies are known to exist, and each one is now worth a fortune. The key detail that makes this coin so incredibly rare and valuable is the absence of a mint mark. Typically, Lincoln cents were produced at various mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. In most years, coins from Denver and San Francisco carry a small D or S mint mark just below the date on the front of the coin, while coins from Philadelphia usually had no mint mark. But in 1982, as changes were being rapidly implemented, the mixture of date sizes, metal compositions, and mint marks became an incredibly complex web, and somehow, a small number of 1982 pennies with the small date, no mint mark, and copper composition slipped through. Collectors initially believed these coins didn't exist, but over time, a few examples began to surface. The first known example was discovered by a collector who weighed a suspicious-looking 1982 penny and realized it was heavier than the typical zinc coin. After further testing and authentication by professional grading services, it was confirmed it was a genuine 1982 small date, copper penny with no mint mark. Since then, only a handful of these coins have been found, and their rarity has driven up their value astronomically. In top uncirculated condition, with professional grading and flawless surfaces, one of these legendary 1982 no mint mark Lincoln pennies has sold at auction for a mind-blowing $58 million. This places it among the most valuable coins in the entire history of U.S. coinage. What makes this value even more amazing is that the coin was never intended to be rare. It's not a special commemorative edition, not a proof coin, and not a coin made from precious metals. It is a regular penny, struck for circulation, meant to be spent on chewing gum, candy, or newspapers. Yet, because of a perfect storm of changes, confusion, and minting circumstances, this humble penny has become one of the holy grails of American numismatics. Now you may be wondering, how can you tell if you have a 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth millions? Here's what to look for. First, check the date. You need to find a 1982 penny with a small date. The difference between large and small dates can be subtle, but one giveaway is the shape of the number 2. In the small date, the number 2 has a more delicate curl and sits slightly higher than in the large date. Second, make sure there's no mint mark under the date. If the space below the year is blank, you're one step closer. Third, the most important test is the weight. A copper 1982 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny will weigh about 2.5 grams. You'll need a precise digital scale to check this. If your 1982 small date, no mint mark penny weighs around 3.11 grams, you may be holding one of the rarest coins ever made. At that point, you'll want to have it verified by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC, and remember, condition matters. Coins that are shiny, flawless, and untouched by circulation can be worth far more than those that are scratched or worn. So the next time you're sorting through a jar of old change, searching through penny rolls, or examining coins from your childhood collection, keep your eyes wide open. That ordinary-looking 1982 penny just might be a rare treasure hiding in plain sight. The story of the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how history, rarity, and a little bit of luck can turn a 1-cent coin into a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. Whether you're a lifelong collector or a newcomer to the world of coins, this incredible penny reminds us that sometimes the smallest things can hold the biggest surprises. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the most valuable and rare US coins that could be hiding in your change, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. There are many more amazing coin stories coming your way. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next penny be worth $58 million. Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers. Today's video is going to absolutely blow your mind. We are diving deep into one of the most mysterious, rarest, and valuable coins ever discovered in American numismatic history. I'm talking about the unbelievable 1992 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin that has stunned experts with its rarity, its backstory, and its astonishing current market value of $98 million. Yes, you heard it right, $98 million for a single 1-cent coin. So, make sure you watch until the end to understand why this humble little penny is now one of the most expensive coins in the world and how you might find one yourself. Let's start with the history behind the 1992 Lincoln 1-cent penny. The Lincoln penny, as most of you know, was first issued in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. It became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has undergone a few major changes. From 1909 to 1958, it featured wheat ears on the reverse. Then came the Lincoln Memorial design from 1959 all the way until 2008. The 1992 penny, however, belongs to a very specific and special group because it contains a production anomaly that made it an overnight legend. In the year 1992, the United States Mint was transitioning its production techniques, and that year, some coins were struck with what's known as a close AM reverse design, a design that was actually intended for the following year's production. Normally, the letters A and M in America on the reverse side of the coin were spaced apart. But the close AM variety, where the letters almost touch, was mistakenly used on some 1992 pennies. This close AM variety was meant for proof coins, not circulation. But a few somehow ended up in regular circulation and escaped quality control at the mint. And here's where it gets even more exciting. Some of these 1992 close AM coins have no mint mark. Now, let me clarify what a mint mark is for those who are new to the hobby. A mint mark is a small letter on a coin that shows where the coin was made. Common mint marks include P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. But this 1992 penny has no mint mark at all, which makes it extraordinarily rare. In fact, it's so rare that only a few examples have ever been discovered, and the number is so low that it's impossible to know how many might still be out there, waiting to be found. This combination of a close AM design and no mint mark puts the 1992 Lincoln 1-cent penny in a category of its own. Collectors around the world are in awe of this coin. It represents a perfect storm of historical transition, minting error, and ultra-rarity, the three things that drive up coin values more than anything else. When one of these coins surfaced at auction, the bidding wars began, and eventually, The coin was sold to a private collector for a staggering $98 million. That's right, from 1 cent to $98 million. The coin world was shocked. News outlets everywhere covered the sale, and it instantly made headlines as one of the most valuable 1-cent coins in American history. So why is this coin worth so much? Let's break it down. First, the rarity. Only a tiny handful are known to exist, possibly fewer than 5. That kind of scarcity creates massive demand among collectors. Second, the historical importance. The 1992 close AM variety was never meant for circulation, making its existence practically an accident of history. Third, the condition. The coin that sold for $98 million was in near mint condition, making it a unicorn in the world of error coins. And finally, the mystique. There's something magical about a penny being worth more than a Lamborghini, a mansion, or even a private island. It sparks curiosity, excitement, and the ultimate collector's dream, but here's where it gets really exciting for you. There's a chance that more of these coins are still out there, sitting in old jars, drawers, or inherited coin collections. That's right. You could be one of the lucky few to discover this hidden gem. So, what should you look for? Take out your 1992 pennies. Flip them over and look closely at the word America. If the A and the M are very close together, nearly touching, you might have a close AM variety. Then, check the obverse side. That's the front to see if there is a mint mark. If there is no mint mark under the year, you might be holding one of the rarest coins on the planet. If you think you've found one, do not clean the coin. Cleaning a rare coin can drastically reduce its value. Instead, place it in a protective sleeve and take it to a certified coin dealer or professional grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. They can verify its authenticity and help you determine its real value. You could be looking at a life-changing discovery, from 1 penny to $98 million. This story is more than just about money. It's about history, mystery, and the thrill of the hunt. Coins like the 1992 no mint mark Lincoln penny remind us that incredible treasures can be hiding in the most unexpected places, even in your pocket. The world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, and every coin tells a story. The story of the 1992 penny is one of chance, error, survival, and astronomical value. So next time you find a penny lying on the ground or sitting in your change jar, pick it up. Take a closer look. You never know, it might just be the next $98 million coin. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing stories about rare coins, their histories, and the fortunes they carry. Stay curious, stay observant, and happy coin hunting!